guys, it's Amy. Welcome back to Too Blessed. Today I wanted to go ahead and share an update with you about dialysis and how things are going. Um, I had actually planned on doing this sooner. I was thinking about doing a video after my first day or after my first week, and things have just been changing a lot, so I was kind of waiting. I was hoping things would get a little settled and then I could share an update. And things are really not really settled yet, but I thought I would go ahead and share what's been happening because a few people have been asking how I'm doing and how I'm feeling. So I thought I would go ahead and just share some of that information. So today is Monday, the week of Thanksgiving. So I have right now completed 2 weeks of dialysis, and it's not been really great. In fact, it's been kind of bad. So the first week they started me out. A typical dialysis session is about 4 hours. And so at first they started me out at just half sessions. So they did 2 hours, though I've been going Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So my first 2 days, Tuesday and Thursday, were actually really good. And I felt really good, especially the days in between. I felt like I had a lot of energy. I was getting some things done, and I was really excited, feeling like this is great. This is really helping me. And so I even told my husband after that second session, I said, I'm feeling so good that I'm really looking forward to going back. And so then that first Saturday, they were going to try to do the full 4 hours and see how I would handle that. And it wasn't really bad. I made it through just about the full 4 hours, and about 15 minutes before the end, I started getting really severe cramps in my leg. And I had actually gotten some cramping on Thursday, and they said that's kind of a typical side effect for some people. So I had started getting some cramping on Thursday, and it was tolerable. Like, it started really slowly and it was uncomfortable, but I could kind of move my leg around and kind of work it out a little bit. But the one I got on Saturday was horribly intense. It like took my breath away. It was so strong. And so when that one came on so suddenly and it was so bad, they went ahead and just ended my session, even though it was a few minutes early. And I don't know if it was just because that was my first full session, but that one seemed to really take a lot out of me. I went home that day, and I basically, I got home around like maybe 2 o'clock, 2:30. I basically went to bed. I slept all that afternoon. I slept that night. I slept into the following day, and I was just absolutely drained. So that was a little bit rough. And that Sunday and that Monday, I just was not feeling well. I was having a lot of nausea, very tired, really struggling. So when I went back the second Tuesday, I had not been keeping very much down because of the nausea and vomiting that I was struggling with. And I talked to the nurses, and I told them that I really felt like I had a UTI. And that was a pretty typical reaction for me when I have a UTI, is that my nausea and vomiting will kind of increase. I was running a fever. And so they went ahead and actually, they didn't have the ability to test me, but they went ahead and just called in an antibiotic for me, and I started taking that. So Tuesday's session was okay. They did it at a really low rate because, like I said, I hadn't been able to keep very much down, including even any fluids. So they didn't want to take too much out of me. So that one went okay. And then I was taking the antibiotics, and then when I went back Thursday, I was sick. I started out the day really nauseous, and when I went in and we started the dialysis, it just kept getting worse. And they even, they were able to give me nausea medicine, and they slowed the rate down again and continued to slow it down as much as they could. But it really just kept getting worse. And so we ended up ending that session again after about 2.5 hours. And when I left on Thursday, then they sent me over. There's actually a little walk-in doctor's office just a couple of doors down from the dialysis clinic. So I went in there and had them just check, and they did confirm that it was a UTI. They went ahead and gave me a shot of antibiotics to sort of jumpstart things, and then she prescribed me a different antibiotic to take. And Friday was a little bit better. I was feeling okay on Friday. And then again Saturday, I was sick again. I woke up, like I just started the day nauseous, and it just kind of was downhill from there. So I went to dialysis again. They did the really low rate again because I just was not feeling well, and the nausea just kept increasing as the time went on. Really to a point that I was just crying through the last probably 2 hours, through the last half of my session. I just had tears running down my face, and the nurses felt so bad for me. Everyone that went by would just stop and say, "Are you okay?" And I wasn't okay. It was really tough. So, I almost made it the 4 hours on Saturday. They ended up stopping it, I want to say maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes early, something like that. Because finally one of the nurses just said, "I can't take it anymore." She said, "I can't stand watching you feeling so bad." And it just, it's just working through all of these things. So now, like I said, today is Monday. Again, on Saturday when I came home, I just went to bed and I slept. I slept all afternoon. I slept all evening. I slept Saturday night. I couldn't get up on Sunday. Now Sunday, I felt like I was nauseous, but I didn't feel as nauseous, if that makes sense. It didn't feel quite as bad. And then I did start feeling better later in the day. In fact, Sunday night we went to church, and when we got home from church, I was actually starving, and I had not had an appetite in probably 2 weeks. I just hadn't felt like eating anything. And so I was just starving, and so it felt really good to actually eat something and feel like I wanted to eat something. And then today has been a little bit better. I still had just a little slight nausea when I woke up, but not bad. I was able to eat. So I think things are looking up. We will see what happens when I go back to dialysis tomorrow. I am a little nervous about it now just because I just don't want to feel sick again, But the nurses at the dialysis clinic have just been so sweet. And one of them was telling me on Saturday, she kept saying, "This is not how it's supposed to be." She said, "I promise you, this is not how you're supposed to feel when you're on dialysis." She said, we'll get this straightened out and get you feeling better. So I have hope. I have hope that things will get better. But just to share a little bit about the dialysis itself, I was pretty sure this is how it would be, but they did have a big sign up that you are not allowed to record videos or take pictures or record audio or anything like that when you're in the clinic. And I figured that would be the case. So it's basically it's a big room, and all around the perimeter of the room are different stations that have like a recliner, and then has all of the equipment, your dialysis machine and all those different things. And so basically you spend your 4 hours sitting in a recliner. they have little televisions that are on like an arm. And so it swings around and it comes actually right in front of you. And then you put headphones in it so you can sit and watch television, which I've actually been enjoying because we don't have television at home. You know, we don't have cable or anything like that. So I've been kind of enjoying getting to watch like Food Network and HGTV and things like that. So there's a bright side, you know. It has been an adjustment because even with all my health problems, I am not the type of person to just sit in a chair and do nothing. I like to be busy, even if I'm just doing something with my hands or, you know, working on the computer or something like that. I like to be doing something. And so that has been the biggest adjustment for me, is these big blocks of time where I kind of feel like I can't do anything. Um, and I haven't been able to figure out exactly what I can do yet, because my left arm is the one where they run the dialysis. So it's kind of like you have an IV in your arm and you have to keep your arm straight and still. So I can't use this arm. And then this arm has a blood pressure cuff on it. So that makes, you know, that makes you a little limited as well. You don't have full range of motion. So most of the time I just kind of watch television. I'm kind of playing around with some options of things I might try to see if I can do to sort of pass the time a little bit better. In all honesty, because I have been feeling so sick, I tend to maybe just like sleep a lot of the time, just try to rest. So, you know, that time is not wasted. I have to look at it that way. That's not wasted time. That's time that I need. And one of the nurses had made a comment that made a lot of sense to me. And she said that we should look at coming to dialysis as if it is our job, as if it's a part-time job. And, you know, that's just the time that we have to put in. And then, you know, we clock in and we do our time, and then we clock out and we can go back to our lives. So I thought that was a really good way to look at it, to not feel negative about it and feel like, oh, I have to sit here for 4 hours, you know. But this is my job. I'm taking care of myself, and this is what I need to do right now. So it's not been especially easy, but I'm hoping that as we go along, that things will get better. They have, even though we've had to run most of my sessions at a really low rate, they have managed to take some fluid off. I've already lost about 20 pounds. So that helps. That helps me feel a little bit better. I'm noticing a difference even just when I walk around. I feel like I don't get so out of breath, because that right towards the end, right before I started dialysis, I was out of breath all the time. You could probably tell that from some of my videos. Even I didn't even have to be moving around. Just talking made me out of breath, and now it's really been much better. So, you know, there's good things and bad things about probably everything. So I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to look at the bright side, and, you know, things are going to get better. So I really just, like I said, I wanted to make this video to let you guys know what's been going on, and also to say thank you, because so many of you have let me know that you're thinking of me and praying for me, and I really, really appreciate that, and I really need it. I always get emotional talking about that. And also, we've had some wonderful friends that have been helping us, and it's really strange sometimes how you might be going through something really hard, you know, really something really difficult to deal with, and then God sends all these blessings your way to show you that you're not alone, that that there are people that care and that want to help. And You know, at first we weren't sure what was going to happen because, of course, I can't drive and my husband can't take a lot of time off of work. And he took off the first couple of days and took me to dialysis. And then we weren't sure what was going to happen after that. There is a transportation company that is going to be transporting me, but they weren't able to fit me on their schedule until the week after Thanksgiving. And so we had a period of 3 weeks total that I didn't know how I was going to be able to get to my dialysis appointments. And some amazing people in our lives have stepped up and have been helping us, and I am so grateful. I can't even explain how much it means to us that God has put these people in our lives, and that they are willing to do that. Because, I mean, that's, you know, as much of a big part of my day as that is to be at dialysis, it's a big part of someone else's day that they're giving up to come in the morning and bring me there and then come back in the afternoon and pick me up and take me back home. You know, it's just amazing to me that someone is willing to do that. And I'm so very grateful. And I'm so very grateful for all of you, for your support and the love that you have sent. And I thank you so much for that. So, I've been trying to finish my Christmas decorating, and I've not gotten very far. Pretty much the videos that you've seen that I've posted, that's what I've got done. So I actually still have my coffee table in front of me, still has fall decorations on it. I've got fall decorations over there, I've got fall decorations over there, and then I've got Christmas decorations and Christmas decorations. It's kind of a mess right now, but you know, it'll get done when it gets done. I wanted to have it done by Thanksgiving, and that is not going to happen. I was going to say it most likely won't happen, but it definitely is not going to happen by Thanksgiving. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm still enjoying it. I still love doing it, so that's fine. So hopefully you'll be seeing a few more videos from me in the next couple of weeks. I don't think I have any more challenges that I'm going to be participating in. There's a couple more coming up, but I'm not going to push myself, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to make those. There's an outdoor one, and I think I've made the decision that I'm not going to decorate outdoors this year. I usually do, but I think I'm just going to concentrate on the inside for now. I might end up putting up a few lights or something later, but for right now, I've kind of decided that I'm just going to concentrate on the inside and not overextend myself. So I will still be sharing videos of I've got a few little projects that I'm working on. I'm going to try to get a few videos filmed today because I'm feeling okay-ish. So hopefully you'll be seeing some more from me in the next week or so. I will update you again as far as dialysis in another week or so and let you know what's happening. So if you're new here, if this happens to be the first video you've seen from me, welcome. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.